Okay, let's go.
4 Carnival passengers have been arrested in Bermuda for smuggling drugs.
Norwegian goes big for 2027, announcing 500 cruises and 170 overnight stays.
Welcome to Gen X Cruise Life. We're your hosts, Nate and Suzanne. We've got some great stories for you today.
And stick around till the end because we're going to have some details about our Amazon giveaway contest, which starts August the 1st. So Nate, what's the first story for the day?
4 Carnival cruise passengers were arrested for smuggling illegal drugs, one drug that is used for tranquilizing elephants. All 4 passengers were U.S. citizens. The arrests were announced Tuesday.
They had a significant amount of drugs that they were arrested with.
Significant. The cruise security detained the 4 passengers and alerted police in Bermuda.
They had gummies, THC gummies, and vape pens, and they had something called
Carfentanil,
which is basically fentanyl for large animals, like you said, elephants. It's about 100 times more powerful than fentanyl.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. This story
Bad stuff.
Leaves a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's reported that they were going to distribute in Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
They got on the boat,
mm-hmm.
and then somehow or another, it was discovered that they had all of these drugs.
Right.
So they weren't distributing on the ship. There's
that
no
we
reports
know of, yes.
Yeah, there's no reports of that. How did they find out that these people had these drugs? And the biggest question is, how did they get on the ship with them?
Right, because they're not checking you. Security is not checking you as you exit the ship. They're only checking you as you get back on the ship, number one. Right. And number two, Carnival made a pretty big deal about implementing these new security measures, especially drug-sniffing dogs, checking for drugs at embarkation. Mm-hmm. So how did they get on board with a significant amount, which is what the police are calling it?
Yeah, when this story first broke, it kind of sounded like, as the details were a little fuzzy, it sounded like they got caught getting off the ship mm-hmm. in Bermuda, but that's not the case. They were found out on the ship.
Right, and the police were waiting for them.
That's right. Mm-hmm. They were waiting for them. They arrested them. These 4 passengers are potentially up on charges for from both the U.S. Customs and Bermuda police. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And once again, with the drug sniffing dogs, the efforts that Carnival mm-hmm. has made to keep drugs off the ship.
Because it used to be a problem. That was one of the complaints mm-hmm. from passengers and families that go on board, is you're walking down the hallway and you can smell the pot.
Yeah, we've heard stories of people having knocks on their door in their cabin, and when they open the door, somebody offers to sell them weed.
Yeah. So they tried to put an end to that.
Right. Mm-hmm. So back to the original question: how did they get on the ship with all these drugs? And then, if they safely made it on there, nobody found out. I'm good, man. Yeah. And they're not distributing on the ship. How did Carnival security find out?
Right. And was this the first time this group of passengers was on this cruise mm-hmm. doing this?
And important notes, too. We don't know what ship this was, mm-hmm. and we don't know, and I don't think anybody else does either. And we don't know when this all went down. All we know is that they announced the story on Tuesday.
The police released the story, yes. Yeah. Because there was a couple of Carnival ships that went to Bermuda in the last few days.
Yeah, it could have been there's like three mm-hmm. Carnival ships, but it could have been any one of them. Mm-hmm. For all we know, this could have been a month ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So more to come. I'm sure there'll be more details about this.
We'll definitely keep you up to speed.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're on a race to 1,000. We're a brand new channel. It would mean the world to us if you could hit that subscribe button, and it would really help out the channel. So Suzanne, what's the next story?
So there's some big announcements that were made on the Norwegian website this week. They announced their spring-summer 2027 season. They have 500 cruises scheduled and 170 overnight stays.
That's what I'm talking about. Overnight stays.
They're going to be in Istanbul, Turkey, Copenhagen, Denmark, Hamburg, Germany, Santorini, Greece, Dubrovnik, Croatia, and Ibiza, Spain. And the second announcement was on their private island, Great Stirrup Cay. Mm-hmm. They're going to be adding a pier
which they haven't had.
Which they haven't had right now. They're tendering. They're going to be adding a tram system so people will not have to work as far. They are expanding the size of their pool. They're going to add an adult-only area with some cabanas, and they're also adding some family-friendly areas with a park and some recreation for the families.
That's right. Everybody trying to Coco Cay their private island.
Coco Cay, their island. That's right. What a great way to say that.
Finally, Norwegian announced that the Norwegian Luna will make its debut in April of 2027. The Luna will be going from New York to Bermuda in either a 5 or 7 day voyage.
So Nate, what do you think about these changes with these overnight ports? They sound like pretty cool locations.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, and it kind of feels like it's the new wave of cruising.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the idea of being able to cruise into a port, no pun intended, and just stay out as late as you want. Go back to the ship when you want.
Your luggage is all there waiting for you,
That's
and you
right.
go to a different city the next day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And I think more and more, well, we're seeing it already. More and more cruise lines are adding overnight stays.
And it's, especially in these ports, what's so interesting is if you're pulling out at 4 or 5 o'clock at night, maybe even 6 o'clock at night, you're missing a lot of the essence of that port. Because a lot of these places don't come to life until dinner time, right? So it's going to be fantastic to be able to experience this at night.
And they say 170 overnight. That sounds like all of them. I mean, it sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
So what do you think about the changes that are coming to Great Stirrup Cay?
Well, I think putting in a pier has been long overdue necessity, for sure. They just had a problem in the last week or two where they had to cancel on a beautiful sunny day where, I mean, people were going, weather related. We can't go here for weather. And what it was just, well, it was rocking.
Couldn't get the tenders.
Right, because when they pull the tender up to the ship and everybody's trying to board and the swells are going like this.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that turn that into an art form, trying to get onto the tender.
Hop.
Yeah.
Hop up or down.
That's right. But yeah, it's long overdue. And the changes they're making to the island, that's long overdue too, because that's one of the complaints about Norwegian's private island is that it just sort of pales in comparison to some of the other cruise lines islands.
Well, I think the tram is going to be very helpful because a lot more cruisers now with mobility problems are going on cruises. A lot more elderly people or even people with small children. You don't want to drag them around an island if you could just put them on the tram. And the pool sounds fabulous, and also the adult-only area to get away from the little ones.
And that's the thing. Listen, if you're in cruise lines listening, you always need an adults only.
Yeah. Gen X here, we've done raising the kids. We've got the grandkids now, but when we go on a cruise, we want to be where it's quiet.
Yeah, we're almost at the age where we can make them all pay for their own cruises. Not quite, but almost. Hey, if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. It would really help us out. Now, what do you think of the stories that we've had today?
Well, we thought Carnival was doing enough to keep the drugs off the ship, but clearly there's been some lapses.
Well, when you look at all the complaints that you hear from passengers about the drug-sniffing dogs and feeling like they're,
their privacy is being invaded. Yeah. So you see all the time in the boards and the cruise boards online, people asking, can I bring my vape pen on board with my medical marijuana?
I got a card.
Right. And you can't because you're going to be arrested, in these countries.
Well, so what about the private island?
I think these changes are fabulous. I think that everyone needs to up their game on the private islands. I think Coco Cay set the bar, and now you see all these other cruise lines bringing up that level of excitement and entertainment for the families, for couples that don't have children, for the elderly. You need to make different spaces for different people.
Yeah, that's it. That is it right there in a nutshell. Couldn't be said any better. That's what we think, but we want to know what you think. So,
leave us a comment below.
That's right. A comment, subscribe, like. It's not going to kill you. Promise.
Now here's the information about our Amazon giveaway contest, which starts in just a few days on August the 1st.
That's right. If you hit that subscribe and you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified as soon as that video comes out and all the details on how to enter.
Good luck.
Coming August 1st is our Cruise Essentials from Amazon contest giveaway. All you need to enter is watch the video and leave us a comment about which of the 10 Amazon Cruise Essential products featured in the video you liked best. We will randomly select a winner from the comments on September 1st. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button now so that you'll be notified when the Amazon contest giveaway video is posted to our channel. Thanks for watching.